I'm Michelle, and today we'll be discussing the methods that you can use to form your LLC in Pennsylvania. We're going to be covering the steps involved in starting your LLC, the forms that you're going to need, the naming requirements, and the 5 main steps needed to actually register your LLC. I'll also be explaining the importance of having a registered agent and a very key term known as piercing the corporate veil. Now, if these terms are not familiar to you, then I highly recommend you watch this video very closely. Pennsylvania state, also known as the country's Quaker state, is considered one of the most innovative states of the country. Now, this innovation is also shown through the great landmark structures made in the state, which is also great for starting out a business. Anthracite coal, which is known for its highest carbon percentage, is found only in Pennsylvania. Other than coal, there are deposits of limestone around the state as well. The limestone supports the vast cement industry of the state. You can start your Pennsylvania LLC by 3 methods. Number 1 is that you can do it yourself. Now, in this case, you can choose to fill out the online forms or you can send it off via mail. Number 2 is that you hire a professional service to do it for you, which is the most easy method out there. We personally recommend TailorBrands as one of the best services out there for this purpose. Number 3 is that you can go ahead and you can hire an attorney. Now, coming on to a very common question, but a very important question nonetheless. What exactly is an LLC? Well, an LLC is a hybrid business entity which combines a corporation's characteristics with a partnership or a sole proprietorship. Now, it separates your personal assets from your business assets and it gives you personal asset protection. Now, when you're starting off your LLC in Pennsylvania, you mainly have to file your certificate of formation with the state and pay the fee of $125. In this video, we'll be discussing option number 2, and we're going to be placing emphasis on why you need a professional service to do it for you, because you have to make sure that you're doing your LLC work correctly. And this is one of those things where you cannot afford missing out any key information or have any form of misunderstandings. TailorBrands is a really good and competent professional service which you can get, because forming an LLC is not just filing the certificate of formation, but it's also deciding on a name, hiring a registered agent, creating an operating agreement, and obtaining an EIN. Now, all of these can be done under one roof with TailorBrands. I'll be leaving the links in the description below. You can go there, you can check them out. We're now going to be discussing in detail the 5 important steps that you have to cover when you're forming your LLC in Pennsylvania. Now, the first step to starting off your LLC in Pennsylvania is basically choosing the business name. Before you name your business, you must know that the name should be easy to remember, it should be available in the state, and should follow the LLC naming guidelines. You can actually find the naming guidelines at startmyllc.io. Now, the 4 key things that you have to be aware of when you're starting to name your LLC is that number 1, your business name should be available, and no other existing business in Pennsylvania can share that name. So each business name is unique to its owner. Number 2 is that limited liability company or LLC should be there as a suffix in the company name. Number 3 is that you cannot use any name for your business which could be confusing or misleading. Now, terms such as Treasury, State Department, FBI, CIA even, they cannot be included. Terms like bank, university, attorney, doctor, they can be added, but only after you fill out the additional requirements by the Pennsylvania state government. If you do not wish to file your LLC right now, but you kind of want to hold on to the name that you've decided, then you can reserve your name for 120 days. But to keep the name, you have to file a name reservation application and pay $70 to reserve your name. Now, the second and highly vital step to forming an LLC in the state of Pennsylvania is to appoint a registered agent. A registered agent is an entity that will act or work on your LLC's behalf, and they will receive all the important paperwork and all the official government correspondence within Pennsylvania. This is why you need a very competent registered agent for your LLC. You have to make sure that the registered agent is a resident of Pennsylvania or at least has a physical street address. Now, their business address is used as the LLC's principal address within Pennsylvania. Most LLC formation companies do also provide registered agent services. TailorBrands is a great LLC setup service, and they provide registered agent services along with a lot more services for very reasonable price. Now, a key thing to note when getting a registered agent is the importance of having one and having a legit one, because in case of any lawsuit or if you do get sued, the lawyer of the other party is going to do what is known as piercing the corporate veil. Now, most people believe that they're setting up LLCs for tax purposes, but the real reason for setting up an LLC is to limit your liability. Now, what it does is that it creates a divide between your personal assets and your business assets. So if you're sued in your business, they cannot go after your personal assets. So when you're sued, the attorney who's the one suing you is going to start looking for cracks in your LLC. Now, this is where they're going to pierce the corporate veil. The first thing they're going to do is check whether you have a registered agent. Is the agent legit? And have they been filing the appropriate paperwork? The third and another important step in forming an LLC is to file a certificate of formation. The Pennsylvania Articles of Organization is a legal document which is needed to officially register your business with the state. The certificate of formation includes details like the name of your LLC, registered agent, address, employee details, whether your company is member managed or is manager managed. So before you start hiring your employees in Pennsylvania, one should really know about the rules and regulations thoroughly so that you avoid any future issues out there. We suggest that you use TailorBrands to file a certificate of formation. Now, because they provide an easier way to fill out the forms without any confusion or missing any of the steps. If you do happen to get stuck anywhere, they have a live chat option. You can go there, you can ask your questions, and they will respond to you. Coming to the fourth step is filing the operating agreement. What's an operating agreement? Well, it's an internal document that legally outlines the proprietorship and operating procedures of your LLC. Now, this document is vital as it ensures that all of the business owners are on the same page regarding how they operate, their voting power, business resolution, and a lot more. They help reduce any of the future conflict. When it comes to filing the Pennsylvania LLC operating agreement, the state doesn't really require you to have a very comprehensive operating agreement, but it is ideal to have one that contains the details of your entire business operation. It's recommended that it should be done using a professional service such as TailorBrands, since they know exactly what to do and you won't have to worry about missing any of the details. The agreement template is drafted for a very small fee of $29. EIN is also known as the Employer Identification Number. It is a 9-digit number which is given by the IRS to make it easier to identify the types of businesses for tax purposes and taxes in general. Now, the EIN is necessary for any active business or any form of businesses for that matter. An EIN is needed when you start hiring your employees. Now, how do you obtain one? All you have to do is go fill up the form, which can be done online, or you can submit it by mail and just send it off to the IRS. You can also get an EIN assistant through TailorBrands who can help you out with the process. I'm going to be leaving the links to all of the resources in the description below. You can go there, check out which of the options actually fit your requirements. For now, I'm going to be showing you how to file the forms using TailorBrands. So this is the website for TailorBrands. And as you can see on the website, there's option to set up your LLC, and you can also design a logo, merch, and the website itself for your brand in case you need one and haven't really gotten around to getting it. I'm going to go into form an LLC. Now choose the state that you're setting up your LLC in. Add your business name. You can check for the name availability here, which will save you a lot of time. Or alternatively, you can choose the method that I told you earlier by going to the business entity name search. Click on the type of services that you're offering. You'll have to pick which stage of your business that you're on, whether it's still in the idea stage or it has been set up and fully running. Choose what sort of income your brand will be. Choose whether your business will have a physical address to receive the documents, and also whether there'll be a dedicated person there who's going to receive these. Select the number of employees. Now you have to fill out the information for your business, like your name, phone number, email address. Now choose whether you want to opt for a registered agent or not. TailorBrand charges $199 annually for hiring a registered agent. If you don't have one, then I highly recommend that you get one through them, because the one thing you can't risk is not having a legitimate registered agent. You're going to need an EIN like I discussed before for tax-related purposes. If you don't have one, or you're overwhelmed by the process required to get an EIN, then just let TailorBrands do it for you. It's going to cost you $99. Pick if you want to file for compliance. It will cost you $199 when you do it through TailorBrands. Here you can choose whether you want to have your business branding done. If you already have things like logos, domain, and a website, then just move forward. Select if you want to speed up the process. You can form the operating agreement using TailorBrands if you haven't made one already, or you are unsure of how to proceed with making the agreement by yourself. See if all the information that you chose and entered is correct, and check the final billing as well. You can now proceed to pay for the service, and that's all you need to start and form your LLC. Now that you've created your Pennsylvania LLC, what's next? Well, there are still a few things that you're going to need. You're going to need a company business bank account and a business credit card. You need to file the Pennsylvania business permits and licenses. You need to get general liability insurance and professional liability insurance, which covers your employees. You also have to file the Pennsylvania annual report every year. I really hope this detailed video helped you out on how to start your LLC, and I wish you the best of luck if you're starting off your business there. Please continue supporting our channel by liking the video, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the little notification button. Thank you for watching.